Hey, welcome to Office Chats by Breakroom. A lot of people use television so wrong, and it shows. So when you're watching TV, a lot of times you're watching it for the drama and the plot and the people. But what if you switched your mindset a little bit and you use television shows as a way for you to explore new job opportunities, new work environments, colleagues, the culture, the whole nine? Growing up, I didn't realize that workplace dramas were some of my favorite TV shows. And I never wondered why, but it was because I was always attracted to learning about their careers. It's like a free way for you to do job shadowing without you having to reach out to someone and ask them what their day to day looks like, or what the environment is like, or what their colleagues are like. So, today's episode will explore a couple of TV shows that I truly love and I grew up watching. But my co host will dive really deep into some of the things that you should look out for when you are watching television so that you can really get a sense for if a certain industry might be for you, if certain coworkers might be for you. So, thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's going to be a good one.
Okay, so I think we can all agree those workplace dramas, they really suck you in, right?
Oh, yeah.
But what if those shows, even the ones that are like totally out there, could actually help us think about our own careers?
Oh, that's actually a really interesting concept.
Yeah.
All the drama, the intrigue, it gives us this little peek into different industries, and the kinds of work that people actually do in those fields.
Yeah. And you know what? Deja White, who is the founder of Breakroom Buddha, is totally all about using these shows this way as like this career exploration tool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So let's kind of dive into their list of workplace dramas together, okay? And just see what we can find.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
All right, so where should we start? Well, how about Emily in Paris?
Okay.
Love it or hate it, I think we can agree. It gives us at least like a glimpse into that whole world of marketing and social media, especially, with that like international kind of vibe.
Yeah, and I think what's interesting about Emily in Paris is it highlights like the challenges of working across cultures. Like Emily's always trying to bridge the gap between her American perspective and the French way of doing things.
Oh, totally. And that could spark some like serious self-reflection, can it?
Mhm.
Like, do you actually thrive in that environment where you're kind of constantly navigating these cultural differences? Or would you prefer a more homogenous workplace?
Exactly. It's all about figuring out what works for you.
Right.
Now, speaking of like creative fields, The Bold Type takes us into this fast-paced world of magazine publishing.
Yeah, and I love how it shows like all the different roles within one industry, right? You got your writers, your editors, the photographers, your social media managers. It's like this buffet of career options.
It really opens your eyes to all the possibilities within just a single field.
Totally.
You might start watching thinking, oh, I want to be a fashion editor, but then you discover, you know what? The digital media world is more my speed.
Yeah, and Younger takes a similar approach, but in the book publishing world, right?
Yeah.
So think, editing manuscripts, brainstorming marketing campaigns, attending all those glamorous book launches.
Right. And what I find interesting about Younger is it kind of explores this whole ageism in the workplace thing.
Yeah.
Makes you think about how your age might be perceived in different industries.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's something you're comfortable with, navigating,
Okay. But if you're someone who's drawn to something a little bit more high stakes,
Yes.
a little more intense, maybe suits, it's kind of right up your alley.
Yeah.
It's all about corporate law in a powerful New York firm, but with a healthy dose of drama, of course.
And that's where things get interesting. Suits, it dives into that whole mentor-mentee relationship between Harvey and Mike. Like they have these very different approaches to the law, and their dynamic can really make you think about what kind of mentorship you thrive under. Are you someone who needs like a tough love approach?
Right.
Or do you prefer something a little more collaborative?
Real quick, before we continue the episode, I have something special to share with you. Imagine a year filled with healing, self-love, and growth. Well, it's all possible with Affirm. Affirm is your positive weekly affirmation journal and activity book. Every 2 weeks, Affirm guides you with a new affirmation, helping you build confidence, resilience, and joy, one step at a time. It includes 40 plus pages of reflection and inspiration, which is so much more than your typical journal. It's your personal toolkit for change. It includes vision boards, goal setting pages, action plan pages, adult coloring pages, and so much more. By the end of the year, you'll look back on your journey filled with powerful self-discovery and purpose. No matter where you are in life, it's always a perfect time to affirm your best self. Start your journey today with Affirm and unlock your limitless potential. You can find out more information about Affirm in today's show notes. Now, let's get back to the episode.
Okay, so for those of you out there who are more interested in the tech world, Deja White suggests Silicon Valley.
Yes.
It dives headfirst into the world of startups, coding, venture capital, the whole shebang.
And I think it's important to note that Silicon Valley doesn't sugarcoat the challenges that come with startup culture.
Oh, for sure.
It shows the long hours, the pressure to innovate, the constant competition. It's a good reality check for anyone who's kind of romanticizing that whole tech world.
Totally. And it asks the question, is that kind of environment something that you'd find motivating, or would it just be too stressful?
Okay, so let's shift gears to something completely different. Right. Drop Dead Diva brings together the world of law and e-modeling.
Talk about an unexpected career path.
Right.
It really highlights how our passions and skills can kind of intersect in ways you might not even imagine at first.
And it also touches on themes of body image and self-acceptance, which I think are relevant no matter what field you're in.
For sure. Now, Unreal takes us behind the scenes of a reality dating show, exposing kind of that production side of the entertainment industry.
And it really makes you think about the ethics of entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, the roles that people play behind the scenes and how much of what we see on TV is actually real.
Right. And finally, we've got Scandal with Olivia Pope and her team handling these high-profile crises in the world of politics.
Scandal is a great example of how a show can just spark your interest in a field that you might not have even considered before. It portrays crisis management as fast-paced, high-pressure, but ultimately rewarding as a career.
So, okay, after going through all of these shows, what's the main takeaway here? It's not about literally becoming Olivia Pope or Harvey Specter, is it?
No, not at all. It's about using these shows as a jumping-off point for self-discovery.
Right.
It's about thinking about what aspects of the work really resonate with you, what kind of company culture seems appealing or just totally unbearable.
Yeah.
What problems are people in these industries solving, and does that spark your interest?
You know, I was watching a medical drama a while back, and it wasn't even the medicine itself that, captivated me. It was the main character's dedication to their patients, that sense of purpose and, making a difference.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking, how can I bring that same level of passion to my own work?
And that's what it's all about, observing the work, not just the drama.
Yep.
It can help us define what success looks like for ourselves. So as you continue exploring your career path, think about the shows that you've enjoyed.
Right.
And what they might reveal about your own work preferences.
Never know what insights you might uncover.
Exactly.
And remember, your career journey is not a script that someone else wrote for you.
Yeah.
You have the power to direct your own story.
That's right, you do.
All right, that's it for this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.
See ya.
That was another great episode with my co-host. I'm so excited you took the time to invest in yourself today and dive into this topic. But before I let you go, let me share this real quick with you. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Office Chats by Breakroom Buddha. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it and you took something from it that you can take into your own careers. Before I let you go, I want you to visit aicareercopilot.com. This is where you can find a plethora of resources if you are struggling to update your resume, if you don't know how to answer questions in an interview and need some feedback, or if you just need some pep talk and some extra career coaching to help push you along in your job search or your career. This website has it all, and it all uses AI to help you accomplish these things. So once again, you can go to aicareercopilot.com to get started right away, or check the show notes and I'll drop a link for you.